Hi, I'm Dottie Berry with 2Konnect, and Cheryl Bassett and I, Presidential Leadership Council members, are excited about bringing to you today 5 steps to success. And Cheryl, I got to tell you, this training is, to me, one of the most exciting we've done since we started 2Konnect. And there's a reason for that. I'm excited about this done-for-you turnkey system. I'm serious. It's like A to Z, a funnel that tells the 2Konnect story for you so that you don't have to explain it yourself. And what's great about it is it not only tells the 2Konnect story, but by people going through this particular funnel that we're going to share with you in this training, you actually get to experience firsthand when you come into Connect what you're going to have to utilize yourself. Now, Cheryl, I don't think it gets any better than that. Do you?
No, I don't. I think the duplication piece of what's been created is going to make it just amazing for everyone to build this business.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Cheryl. And I think the thing about it is when you have something that can be duplicated, you seriously have something that is a system that system stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. So I'm just thrilled to have this and to be working with you. So listen, Cheryl, let's just get to the point because we want to make this short and sweet on this 5 steps to success for people to really learn how to have this training and have a PDF that takes them through step by step. So why don't you go ahead and tell them how we're going to go through that process where I go ahead and screen share, okay?
Okay. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to start out by showing you exactly what the funnel looks like, because the best place to start is really the start point when people come in. So we're going to start out by showing you that. Then we're going to tell you how it is that you actually drive people to that funnel, what it is that people get after they come through as a new person in 2Konnect, not just for them, but for you too, because we got great new stuff that it just launched through 2Konnect. But there's a whole story here, and what this funnel does is tell that story. So what better place to start than right with the funnel itself in terms of you experiencing that a little bit, because that is the start point for everyone.
Okay, so, sure. Go ahead and hit on this so we can have it in the big screen there.
Okay.
I'll go right over here. So we're going to start off with, this is all about Mission Possible 16,000. Now, Cheryl, this is an exciting concept because it's a brand, it's a theme, it's where we're going with our founders. So I think this is amazing. And let's talk a little bit about these funnel links we have right here.
Yeah, so the funnels are, everyone gets their own, right? You come into 2Konnect and you'll come in that way through someone's funnel, which is how you're then linked to them. But then as soon as you are in 2Konnect, you get your own funnel. So what you're seeing there are the links or the actual URLs that you will get. So ours, so you'll have a username, but you'll be meg247.com/from-2km, and then whatever your username is. So you can see that at the top, and then if you look down below, you see Dottie's, which is dberry, and then you see mine, which is 2km Cheryl Bassett. So everyone gets that. Whatever your username is, it's up to, the 2km is there, and then it's your username following that. And that's where you'll be able to send people, and it'll be your personalized funnel so that when they sign up, they're going right into your website and they're linked to you then.
And you know what? Before we get started further, we're actually going to take you back here, and I'm going to screen share on another screen and take you live into the funnel. And this is what, because we feel like when you actually see this funnel live, oh my goodness, you're going to be so excited about how this works. So let me just get that in the screen and make sure that it's hooked in there and showing in the big screen. It is. So I'm going to go right over here. So here's the thing I want you to notice. Cheryl, can you see that right up there in the browser, the 247.com?
So we just talked about, right? The from-2km dberry. So that's yours.
Now here's an important point we want to share with you. I have mine connected to what is called a custom domain called 2Konnect Matters. You know why I have that? Because 2Konnect matters to me. Now watch what happens. It comes up, and it may come up with a different background. How cool is that? Every time you do it, there's a different background. A minute ago, you saw an ocean scene. I love that. I love this thing, too, though. That's cool, isn't it? So cool. The bottom line is that can become important when you're doing some calling of people and you need to leave the link that you want them to go to, and you want to have something. I wouldn't particularly use this one because a lot of people don't spell connect with a K. I would get a more simple one, and we'll do some training on that. But the point is, a custom domain is something you might want to see about getting, and then you cloak that, okay? So let's just move forward here. It starts off with, what if you could be one of 16,000 elite entrepreneurs who become the foundation for 10 million? Cheryl, are we thinking big or what?
We're thinking big. And the good news is, for those of you that are watching this training right now, you're already one of them. You're already one of those 16,000. So that's exciting for all of us.
And here's what we want to point out. In the questions that we give you in this 5 steps to success, we give you opening questions, okay, to say to people before you call them, and then give them this link. So those same questions, some of them are repeated here, and that's very important because this will be the second time they're hearing them. It'll be the second time they said yes to them, because you're not going to send their link if they don't say yes to these questions. So these are extremely important. So they'll read them again and they will confirm. So I'm just going to take you through live here and show you exactly experience as they go through to learn about the 2Konnect story. So right here, it's going to come up to this amazing video, and Cheryl is the magic voice behind this video. I love your voice, Cheryl.
Well, thank you.
And this is Mission Possible, multiple streams of income. So then as they watch that video, and then it reminds them, this is a little less than 8 minutes, telling the 2Konnect story, so you don't have to explain it. That's duplication, you all. And then it keys on these 3 things: cash flow accelerator, team build accelerator, and multiple streams accelerator, okay? So I'm going to put in my cell phone number, okay? Oh, now, see, this is very important. I wanted you all to see that. It says, oh, you didn't click this box. You have to agree to that. Very important. We send it along. And then what I'm going to do, I've already gotten, in your back office, you can actually access a code for the day. So I'm going to use that just so and get that code right now. But you will get one on your phone. And what if somebody doesn't get that on their phone? Because sometimes phone companies block things. They can click on email or they can send it via phone again, okay? So real important that you do that if you don't get it the first time. And then you're going to click on access. Well, we've got a little code going wrong there. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to send it. Let me just see here if it happened to come. The reason it doesn't come in sometimes on mine, Cheryl and I have tested this so many times, it thinks that I'm spamming myself, and I'm not, but you know how that goes. So here's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to email it to myself. You'll get to see how this works. Hey, after all, this is a training, right? So I'm going to go right over here and put in anything else you want to say while I'm checking on this, Cheryl?
Well, just, you know, one of the things that I think as we go through this process, there's going to be a lot of familiarity. You're going to see how we sort of, when we're walking people through this, you're going to see familiar steps, just like the questions that Dottie referenced in the beginning. They're going to hear those questions, then they're going to see those questions again. And what we're trying to do is, people like to be, it's kind of like a song, right? After we hear it and then we hear it again, we start to like it more because we like the familiarity of that. So this whole process is driven through creating familiarity. So they'll hear it in the video, and then they're going to go to this next screen. They're going to hear it in the video again. All this familiar stuff makes them feel sort of at home and lets them feel like they're really a part of a story that's unfolding and that they get to be a huge piece in it. So I just wanted to point that out, that this is all driven by that. So there's your, awesome. Your code.
Yeah, look how quick. So you don't have to worry. If something happens, you just go over here and you get that code. Now, I want to make sure that, Cheryl, we're just locked in right here with, yeah, there it is. Sometimes I've got it locked in, but I wanted to make sure there. Okay. Let me get back over here to the personal code. I'm going to put that in now, and I'm going to access it. Now, look at that. You see, I mean, this really was great training, Cheryl, for that to happen, because we can show how you get it. So talk about this a little bit.
So this is the call to action video, and what it starts to do is really set the stage for really letting them know about their timing in the moment and really what they want to, go do, which is to take the next steps and to join. So what we've done is, you'll even notice when we get to the questions again, it's even going to say something like, and on this last page, you're going to see a join now button. And if you're like me and you see this as big as I do, you're going to want to go ahead and hit that join button. So when they get here, they see that join button. There's this thing that go, you know what? She said I probably would want to go ahead and hit that join button. So we're already setting it up, and then we're talking a little bit here about what some of the founders are going to get, which again you're one of, so that it's just setting the stage for the fact that this is a really key time to come into this business. So but we're hoping they can join right there, and that will drive right to your website. So that's what's really cool about this. You gave them the link, so the link then drives right to your website. So if they do click the join, you may not even call them back to do the closing questions. We already had we've had people already do this. They literally joined without even getting the return phone call. Jody, I know you already had that experience.
Yeah, that was really exciting because Steve just went right through the funnel, and then I saw that, I called him up, and he was like, yeah, I was expecting a call from you. So here it talks about joining 2Konnect. It talks about joining MIG as a cash flow accelerator. It starts about starting to build. Now, we're going to cover that back in the steps to training back in the PowerPoint in a minute, so we're not going to go into that too much. But I do want to just show you this. Watch this right here, Cheryl. Look, it goes right to me. Who wants to sign up? Anyway, I absolutely love that, and just really excited.
Dottie, also worth pointing out that the 5 steps to success is right there under number 3. So what we're covering is right there. It's other places as well, but it's also right there for somebody new. They can start to tap into the training that we're doing today immediately.
Yeah, and Cheryl, while we've got this screen up, I'm going to show them the other place, because when you actually have the PDF, the steps to success, it's going to have a link to this actual training with another link to the PDF. So I'm going to go, and since I'm on this in this browser, I'm going to show you all that right now. And that link that will be in the PDF has a mig.com 2Konnect 5 steps to success. And watch this. The training we're doing right now will be in that video, okay? We've done one training before. This is one. It's going to be right in there. And look at this. We are going to have the 5 steps to success, the PDF, okay? And then this is going to be some campaigns. What does that mean? We've got voice message, email, and social media campaigns, scripts to help you succeed. So just wanted to point that out while we were on this screen.
Makes sense.
Okay, now I'm going to go back to Google here. I'm going to take it off that screen share, Cheryl, and I'm going to go back to the other one, and we're going to zip right through this training. Let me just get right here. I've got to go back to the PowerPoint. Okay. Back here to the PowerPoint. Hang on one second. I know it's showing it, so...
Yes, it is.
All right, here we are. Can you see that now, Cheryl?
I can.
Okay, perfect. So let's continue on, all right?
So this starts off with the 5 steps, and really what it is all about is congratulations, you're a 2Konnect founder, you're part of the Mission Possible 16,000, and you're going to get these benefits for the unlimited leads for 30 days and additional call center hour. There's a founders pool and a diamond cash pool. We're going to talk more about this. I'm running through this quickly. But then the second step is get ready to make money. This is our cash flow accelerator. So we're excited about getting people tapped in. And you're already in, by the way, the cash flow accelerator. As soon as you join 2Konnect, you're already in. The question is, do you want to upgrade and make more money? And that's what your opportunity will be. And then you're going to find the right 2, because it is called 2Konnect. It takes 2 to connect. We're going to actually, that's some of the things that we're going to cover probably in most detail, because finding the right 2 and getting out of the gate, but you're going to want to find 2 and then maybe 2 more and build a team, because this is about building that one team, one time, which we're also going to talk about. And then the fourth one is the lead generation and the cash flow accelerator piece. This is, again, because you have unlimited leads and the cash flow accelerator piece is in place, you're going to want to help somebody go through the lead gen program, and you can access those leads, and we've got all the scripting and everything to help you do that as well. And then how to get plugged in. Getting plugged in is as simple as what we're doing right now, watching these videos, coming on the calls, plugging in new people to the opportunity calls, and we do hangouts, we do all kinds of webinar trainings. I mean, there's a ton of stuff for people to just stay engaged. But I will tell you, the training is simple and it's duplicatable, and it just comes full circle. You start, you go through the process, and you wind all the way back around to the brand new person you just brought in, and they go through the same steps. And it's these 5 steps to success that we're showing you today.
And Cheryl, I just want to point out to people that those 2 pages you just saw in this PowerPoint are on one page in the PDF. So it's almost like a table of contents telling you what we're going to go through. And then this whole PDF is your 5 steps to success. So let's start off with number 1. And this is, simply congratulations, you're a founder. I mean, yes, 16,000. Hey, out of 10 million, you better get in now because there are benefits. Unlimited leads with our lead gen for 30 days. The Founders Pool, 3% of 2Konnect membership pool, the Diamond Cash, which is 2% of the Diamond Elite. This is all awesome. And this goes into telling you just a little bit, some highlights. You can click on the link that we give here and see more of that about the additional lead gen and so forth, and some other links here that can sort of flesh out the, exactly what you get as a founder. But we just wanted to hit the highlights in this. So then we're going to go to number 2. So go ahead, Cheryl. Let's talk about this cha-ching.
Yeah, the cha-ching, right? Let's get ready to make some money. And so again, the cash flow accelerator piece is something that's so unique to 2Konnect. It is it's an affiliate 3-tier program, and immediately you're in. I mean, you bring someone in, and you're going to be making income from the person you bring in when they get into the cash flow accelerator program. So what's great about it is your choice is how, do you just want to upgrade into it and go to a higher level? And this just explains those levels, and it talks about the tiers. And on the first tier, if you've upgraded, you're going to get 50% on your first level, 10% on your second, and 10% on your third level. So there's different levels to come in at, and you just pick where you want to come in. We're also, though, there are marketing tools that go along with it. Again, you get this funnel. This funnel that we just showed you is part of your membership, but there's additional funnels. And I think, well, why do I need that? Well, it's a great way to send out additional marketing opportunities and to build in. And over time, we'll have more funnels. It's just we're focused on this one right now because this is the Mission Possible program and this campaign, and we want to stay on track and stay focused to help people to create a system of duplication. But you can start.
You can go ahead, though, in your MIG back office, and you will be able to have access to done-for-you Hangout funnels when we have Hangouts that you can send and capture somebody's name and email, or use the one with the cell phone, or no registration. So those are available. But in terms of just a campaign and branding that we're doing right now, it's all about Mission Possible 16,000. And so when you go into these different programs that you can get for MIG, which is where you make the money, everybody that comes into 2Konnect is an automatic affiliate, okay, of the Cash Flow Accelerator. And that Cash Flow Accelerator will pay you 10%. But if you join one of these upper level starting at $100, on your first level you will make 50% of that, and then 10% on the second, 10% on the third. I do want to point out one thing real quick. On the $500 a month, that is a lot of funnels, 100. But this $1,500, guess what? If you want to pay that annually, one time annually, then it's like getting 9 months free. I mean, instead of $500 a month. But guess what? If you have that program, you can make 50% of that program. So very quickly, you make 50% of the program that you're in. So if you're in the $100 program and somebody gets the $1,500 program, you're only going to get the 50%, of a certain amount, and then 10% of the remainder. So just wanted to kind of go over that with you very quickly. That's all in the other information. Just hitting the highlights here. So number 3, this is finding the right tooth for building. Cheryl, I mean, how important is this? you
It's so
must
important.
work the right two business partners.
Yeah. And you know, coming out of the gate, you want to try to pick those right two people. And you're going to be, you know, what we've done when we've written all of this to help you do that is to really be able to tap into somebody's, their hopes, their dreams, their goals, so that you can really walk them into this, because that's what this whole funnel was created around that. And you know, it also, and I sort of mentioned this earlier, but you know, we're really walking them through a familiar process. We're going to tell them what they're going to see, so that when they see it, they go, oh, I remember they said I was going to see that. We're sort of telling them how they're going to feel as they go through it, because if you're as excited as I am, right, we're setting that expectation about how they're going to feel. And then we're setting the expectation, just like when I talked about that join button. You know, if you see this as big as I do, you're going to want to go ahead and hit that join button and become a founder. So where everything is meant to walk them through an emotional process that ties them in, gives them familiarity, and lets them know that they're a part of the story. So I just want you to appreciate that, because we go through these opening questions, and as we go through the closing questions, you know, you're going to want to put your own, you know, your own emotion to it and your own words to it to a degree, but at the same time understand that this was written to do exactly what's on this screen right here, is to really walk somebody through an emotional process to tie them in, so that they get excited and go out and want to share it. And then they can tap into the same turnkey process. So just, that's an important piece to know.
Yeah, Cheryl, you know, I think what's been done so well here as we worked on it is the positive psychology behind it, you know, between sharing that story, between tapping into people. So let's start with these opening questions for our warm market here.
So the opening questions are, you know, I know you've previously shared, again, especially if you're doing some of these lead gen or your warm market, you know, you previously shared that you'd love to make money from home. And I've never been able to offer anything as unique as what I'm about to share with you. Not only just a unique business model, but a founder's position in a company that already has a proven concept. And we'll talk more about why we're saying that. But there's already a proven concept here for building multiple streams of income. So are you open to discovering more about changing your financial future in order to make your dreams come true? And the word open is sort of important there, because people don't want to feel closed. So are you open? That's that wording is there very specifically. You know, based upon what they say, that you're either going to proceed to number two, or, you know, or you, and you're going to be
Cheryl,
saying,
what if they say no?
what if they do say no? That's a great question. So if they say no, guess what? You can say, you know what, sounds like this isn't the right thing for you right now. That's okay. Do you know someone who might find this beneficial? Because again, ask for that referral. This is the number one thing that people always forget to do, is to ask for that referral. And there's so many times that referral can just be the next person. You know what? And if that referral gets in, you can go back to them and say, are you sure you don't want to do this? Because the person you referred me to is going to. So just keep that in mind about you know, doing that. So, but yes, they might say no, but they don't.
We always hear it's not who you know, it's who they know. So they might not want to do it, but if they know somebody great, they could end up really being your business builder. So this is extremely important. And that little bonus tip that Cheryl just gave you is going to be in your PDF. So that's great. So we go ahead with, you know, opening questions for purchase leads. These might vary slightly, but we just want you to know that they're in here. It's scripts that walk you through. And then this is very important. Cheryl, talk about this just a moment.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the things we're really trying to do, again, is we set that expectation. But if they're in front of their computer, we want to capitalize on that right in that moment. If they're in front of their computer, just say, hey, are you in front of your computer right now? Well, go ahead and type in, remember the URL we talked about in the beginning, right? The done for you funnel. So it's that MIG247. Now again, we might get a shorter one, but in the beginning, it's mig247.com/from-2km and your username. That's what we're talking about here. And then once they do that, say you should see a screen that asks questions. Now remember, we've just asked those same questions to them through the opening questions that we did. So, you know, and so you can even say, look, I'm confident you're going to answer yes to all the questions on that screen, because we sort of already talked about that. You're setting an expectation of how they're going to do, so that's going to encourage them to proceed. It's only going to take a few minutes, but it's so worth your time. And then if this doesn't excite you, I'll be shocked. I mean, I think you can literally say that. I'll be shocked if this doesn't excite you. And then you can encourage them to go ahead and hit that join button and just say, you're going to see this like I do. You're going to want to just go ahead and join. But I'm going to call you back shortly, and I'm going to answer all your questions. What Dottie just flipped to is if they're not in front of their screen. So then you're going to need to text them or email them the link, but it's really the same script. But if they're in front of the computer, set them up so that when you hang up, They're literally, all they have to do is put their email in, and they're started. That's the front screen we showed you before. If they're not, then what you're doing is you're letting them, saying, I'm going to send this information to you and follow up, but you're setting the same expectations. When you go there, here's what you're going to see. Here's how you're going to feel when you go through it. I'll be shocked if you're not as excited as I am, and if you see it like I do, you're going to want to join. So you're setting all those expectations for them. But again, I'm going to be happy to answer all your questions.
And guess what, Cheryl? The other good thing is that when they put in that information, you know exactly when that happened because you can set it up to receive the text on your phone. And when you get that text, you can call them and you can say, hey, Cheryl, I saw that you just watched the video. They're going to be blown away that you knew that. And you're going to say, yeah, that's what's so great about our system. I just saw the text, and I thought since you were at your computer, and you'd probably be real excited about what you're seeing, and that's better than calling them 5 days later and them thinking, now what video did I watch? So this is extremely important, what we're able to do with the funnels. So here's the closing questions. What if when they get to the end, just like we showed y'all a while ago, you can click on that join button. What if they haven't yet done that, like the gentleman did for me and went ahead and signed up with 2Konnect? These are some closing questions that you go back to them with. So you want to go over that a little bit, Cheryl?
Yeah. So again, again, it's all about the emotion. But after that overview, I assume you're as excited. What excited you most about what you just saw? Did you see how that could actually help your dreams to come true? We're asking positive questions. We're trying to drive a positive response. All the questions were designed that it's hard to say no to them. When you decided to check out, of course, we talk about what the founder's benefits are again, but when you decide to check out a home-based business opportunity, do you ever imagine that you'd be in the moment like this to be part of an elite group of 16,000? Not to mention the Founders Club positions. I mean, how does that feel? So do you see how just committing a few hours a week could create these multiple streams of income? Now, again, the video is explaining all about everything about 2Konnect, so it's doing all the heavy lifting for you. So they're going to learn about how those multiple streams of income are done through watching the funnel. So do you understand the real value of building the one team, one time? And that's in the video, and that's in there a lot because that's one of our core messages about building one team, one time, and moving into multiple companies, as you know. So it does take two to connect, hence the name 2Konnect. But these unlimited leads help you to get it done. And have you ever heard of any company ever providing leads as well as a time from our call center that will actually help you to make that happen? And then again, the final thing, so you probably want to know more about what the financial commitment's going to be, right? And this is the part I love sharing the most because this opportunity for the 16,000, it's not a lot, but it allows you to kind of come in and play at the level that is the right level for you, and we just help to pick the right package.
So this is when we really walk them from that point into the lead generation and cash flow accelerator. What we've shown right here is as you log in your 2Konnect back office, right there is where you get the lead gen, okay? Now I do want to say on this step one, soon you will see right there a link that shares that funnel we've been talking about. And it'll just say username at the end, and all you have to do is substitute that. It's just a reminder. And then the link right here will be to that link I showed you earlier, which has the success steps video and PDF attached. So that link will be right there, easily accessible, okay? So this reminds you about your username. And so we get started. We show them about lead gen and really how to access that one lead at a time. As soon as you say what you did with that lead, whether you left them a voice message, whether you talked with them, as soon as you take some action, then you can get a new lead. And you can just go through one lead after another, as many as you want to, unlimited for 30 days. Incredible. Now, here's where you go back through these particular packages with them. You did it earlier in steps 1 and 2. It's acknowledging you as a founder and the package you choose, or if you hadn't chosen yet, that's why we put that there. But then this is you taking them through, helping them understand. And they're going to ask you, well, which package did you get? So if you say, I didn't get one, they're going to think, well, why should I get one? Or if you say, well, I just got one funnel, a retail package. So understand, if you want the 50% on those people you bring in direct, you must be in at least the minimum of the $100 package. So do as much as you can, because that's going to help people follow you, because most people do what you're doing, right, Cheryl?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this really important. You know what? Back one slide real quick too. Dottie, I just wanted to point out there is a tutorial, and it's so simple to do those lead gens, and they allow you to keep them organized. I just wanted to point that out because there is a video that you can watch with that. That's also part of the training. I just wanted to point that out because if you watch that, it's a no-brainer in terms of walking
Go back
through.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
the video tutorial will be right up in here. And also, when you come in, it's going to actually be right here as well. Okay, link to the video tutorial lead gen. Click to lead gen there. This is what it takes you to. Video tutorials there again. So excellent, Cheryl.
Yeah.
So let me keep moving through here because we're at step 5. How to get plugged in. Oh my goodness. So weekly calls. First of all, we have on Thursday nights a 2Konnect, sort of like just our community of members. Cheryl and I are working together with everybody. And so that tells you the time, 9 o'clock Eastern time. And then on Wednesday night, it's the corporate call. So you want to make sure you're plugged into both of those. And then last but not least, let's talk about Hangouts, Cheryl. That's what we're doing right now.
That's what we're doing right now. So the Hangouts are great, and that's really a great way for people just to come into these trainings. And we're going to be doing opportunity Hangouts and training Hangouts. And if you know, I think sometimes people overthink them because, and the reality is, if somebody didn't get on the Hangout, they're all recorded and they become a YouTube. So it's a really great way for people just to go back and watch, and it's very simple to plug into these. Sometimes people, you know, because they've never, it feels new. It's really a very simple tool. It's a great tool to use, and then you can use them to actually build your business as well. And of course, that's a different training, but there's so many things you can be doing with these the Hangouts through Google.
So let me just say, when somebody comes into 2Konnect right now, they are A, going to be in 2Konnect, of course, as a citizen. They are B, going to be having access to lead gen, and C, they're going to have access to those funnels. And all of that, the lead gen and the funnel happens within 24 to 48 hours, the done for you funnel. So what we're talking about right here, if you go to migmobileleadsasap.com, and that's a hyperlink right there, and it's in the PDF that way, then you can actually access the Hangout funnels. Okay, that's a different one from the one we've been sharing with you, that is the Mission Possible one that you send the people that tells the 2Konnect story. And last but not least, we want you to connect with us on Facebook. And this is for our whole community. We actually have a 2Konnect Revolution and 2Konnect Imagine, you know, that you can also link in with us. We'd be glad for you to join us on that. But Cheryl, anything else you want to say before we wind up this training? We said we were going to try to get it short and sweet.
Yeah, and I think we did that. Just that, you know, again, just appreciate the moment that this is doing all the heavy lifting for you, and that your whole goal is to just drive people into that funnel and let them watch it. But again, don't forget, at any time, if somebody is just not ready to go, make sure you're asking them, like, sounds like it's not the right thing for you right now, and I appreciate that, but do you know someone? Because again, we want to go back and ask for that referral. So because again, I've driven a referral 6 deep and then gone back to the 5 that kept referring because they didn't get in, and was able to go back and get every single person in, because I could literally go back to the person and say, well, the person that you referred got in. Then I go back to the next person. The last 2 people that, because of the person you referred, got in. Are you sure? And you just keep, you can go back and just keep driving that from that. So ask for the referral. I guess that would be my leaving thought for that.
Okay, thanks so much, Cheryl. And listen, we appreciate that you're watching these 5 steps to success. We hope that it is of value to you. Use your funnels. I mean, Cheryl and I are so excited about the Mission Possible campaign and what we can all do together. I know that people on our teams and people across the world, our teams in Greece and other places, are excited because we are a global community, and we have a tremendous opportunity to do something that's never been done before. So until the next training, we'll look forward to seeing you then, and that's all for now. Thank you, Cheryl.
Thanks, Dottie. See ya.
Okay, bye-bye.